Yeah, gotcha. You'd agree with me that Uche Montana looked amazing. She looked so good in the uniform that she wore. So good. It fits her so perfectly. And the hair that she chose for the uniform, for the outfit, for the look was just perfect. You know why? Because she had other wigs that she wore in the same movie. She had the long one, she had the long curly one. But then so that she looked smart, no, she went for the bob. And every scene that I saw her in the uniform, I was like, I was seeing somebody new every time. She looked so good. Her posture, how her hands were just right by her side when she was talking to an officer or behind her, her salute. I was wondering how many times did she train before she got this right, because it was like a professional officer, like an officer in real life, who was greeting with a salute, standing there receiving instructions, and just having this very serious face as an officer. She looked so good, so good. I just couldn't have enough of her in the uniform. I was just mesmerized by how she looked, how she even walked in the uniform, how she worked as an officer. Hey, this young lady, this movie, and then this is her first product. This is her movie, Montana Media, and for her to she started producing movies, and this one is just it was just she did well. She did really well. You know what? The thing that excites me, I was just excited watching the movie. You see growth, you see development, you see all these things. Now, another thing that I want to commend the team for were the camera angles that they blessed us with. I've not seen, I don't know, it's like I've not seen these kind of angles in a movie in a long while. The camera angles were really good. Really good. When she was dressing, where the camera started from, and then it panned up, and then they give us this mirror shot. We just take someone with like a very good eye to decide that let's take this camera shot from this angle, and then they give us a lot of close-up shots, wide angles. When she was jogging, it started from like her middle part, and then they just built this thing up, give us this wide view of the environment. It was so nice. It was like just a very wide view with a tiny person in the middle, even though she's not very tiny, but it gave us this very wide shot. It was nice just seeing the greenery. It was just nice. It was just nice. And again, one thing that when I saw this shot, I was like, wow. When her father, Nada's father, was looking at the late mom's picture, they gave us a shot from behind from behind the old man, and then they zoomed into the picture. Then they panned up to the frame on the wall with the same picture and just focused on that frame. It was a slow but very careful move, just so you'll be able to follow to the wall. It was beautiful. It was really beautiful. The camera angles that they gave us were really good in this movie. I said they give us a few close-up shots, the wide shot, even like when they have a conversation in the hall, in the bedroom, different angles, and they came out so well, like so well. so well. I love the camera angles that they give, because every scene I'm like, oh, this nice, and they alternated it, so it's not one way, it's not boring. When Nada went to hospital, when she was talking to the doctor to pay for the guy's surgery, it was this wide shot just to have them walk in. When the officer was going to open the gate for Tari to come in, they gave us this moving shot of him moving. When Nada was moving, when she was transferred and she was being taken to the airport, they shot this particular scene through the vehicle. There were two of them, so one, and then the other one, when she was had to move and then enter the car. They didn't give us this normal shots from the door to the car. No, they just stood at a certain angle to shoot that scene. So the shots in this movie were just amazing. They were beautiful. They were well thought through. It was just nice. Like, keep talking about this camera angle, I want to talk about the movie. Okay, so now let's just go back. Let's go to the story line. With the story, I think that Nada's father did not give himself the time to heal from the pain, disappointment that occurred when the late wife was duped, was used, was betrayed. And so he tend to just lash out on their daughter. because he felt like the daughter was acting like the mom. But I think because the woman died, he didn't really have enough time to confront her, to make her know how he felt and how disappointed he was. And so he couldn't know how to, manage his emotions. That's how come he always lashed out on the daughter. Of course, when the first time then they were speaking, when Nada came for this meeting with the IG, and she said, "Dad, my car broke down." I was like, this is your father. He's talking to you as if, that I excuse him because he was in uniform. But when they go home, the story is no different. The man is just lashing out on her daughter for absolutely like little meager reasons. And it was because I think he didn't, have enough time to manage and process his emotions. And the way he treated the daughter, I think, led to how she also was. She had to put up this strong face to the mean things that the father said to her, and so she also acted like that to people's emotions. She didn't want to show any emotion. She just wanted to be this very hard, please, straight officer who is just, going about her duties. And so the father's, I think the father did, reflected on her in a kind of a bad way. But later on, we saw that, she broke down eventually. By the grace of God, Tari, this young man, when this young man came in the picture and then he made that offer at the beginning of the movie, I was confused. I was wondering why he was, calculating the things on this woman, the Rolex, the hair, she looked expensive, the car she came out of, and all that. He needed rich clients to, hook up with and then get money to pay for his surgery. I didn't understand him. And so, yeah, but Tari came in and then he was able to penetrate. This lady comes to her room. She's like crying. The father doesn't trust her. The father doesn't believe in her. The father, I don't know why. The father was just not her friend. Okay, wasn't this any father-daughter relationship between them? So he was able to penetrate, and then they became friends, and then they became friends, started liking each other and stuff. The father was so like some way, even transfer your daughter, because he had power, he just transferred the daughter just to get out of this area, just so she wouldn't be with the boy. She feels like in his form of protecting the daughter, so that she's not used like the late wife was used, and all that. So it was a bit dicey, this father-daughter relationship. But then at the end of the day, I think they having that conversation, Nada and then her father having that conversation, he coming to realization that, what, I think I'm doing too much. I'm taking my anger out on the wrong person. And so I need to come around and then speak to my daughter. And then he came into the room. In fact, he was even smiling when he entered the room. Did you see that? Even before, they had that conversation. And at the time, Nada was, thinking of just, retiring or resigning from the police force. Because she felt like my father is never going to see me as enough because he's blinded by his anger and all that. So just father came in, had this conversation. I think they hugged like 3 times, and that was the only time that they hugged in the entire movie. Even in the house, they talk like they're in the office. The father, there's no, she coming to sit around her father, putting her arm around him and having this father-daughter relationship. No, they were like in the office. And so he coming to realization, having that conversation with her, made things very easy. It eased things up for the two of them. And she decided not to resign again or to retire from the service. She just said, hey, I'm happy my father now, has come around. So let me make him proud and then make my late mom proud. You get it? Now, Sandra, would you make the sacrifice Sandra made just to get money to pay for Tari's bills? Look, Tari was not dating Sandra. He didn't even know that the lady liked her. But the lady went in, slept with somebody to raise 5 million naira for the guy's surgery. This is what love you do for love. But would you make the sacrifice when you know that the guy doesn't know how you feel about him, or he hasn't even made any advances towards you? Not like nothing. And then now, hey, Sandra is a very brave person, honestly. And then I like that. She came clean to the guy. I wouldn't have. Take it to my grave, but she came clean, and the guy's like, oh, me judge you. You know what I was doing? You know how I even met Nada in the first place? I was proposing a hookup so that I can raise money. So I like the very frank, honest conversation that they had at the end about nobody judging, they're not judging each other because of what she did to, raise the money. But I think Sandra is 5 million naira richer because it wasn't a loan. The man just dashed it to her because she also won that exchange So she's 5 million naira in the breach. She just keep the money and then spoil herself. And I was just like, so yeah, I think basically, the story was really Nada, her father, and Tari coming in to make things a bit softer. So yeah, I think it was all good. The acting wasn't bad at all. I mean, if you have Uche, that lady, she's very good. Honestly, she's very, very, very good. Her acting is very good, no matter the role that she plays. I've seen her in other roles, and this one too, very, very good. So I think the acting was good. The storyline was not bad at all. This is her first production, Montana Media. I look forward to more. So let me know what you think. What did you like the most about the movie? What's excited you? Which parts were you could you relate with? Let me know all that in the comment section. You want to like this video, you want to subscribe, and if you rushed, if you closed the scene because you saw the cast go up after the movie ended, no, you missed the behind the scenes that was in there. You should go and check them out. So a little behind the scenes that they put at the end of the movie. Also nice. Some thoughts we went to this production. So do you want to like this video, subscribe to my family, and I'll see you again next month. So then do take care, and it's a bye from me. Hey!